Okay, imagine this for a second. Somewhere right now, buried under just mountains of rubbish in a Welsh landfill,
Uh-huh.
there's a hard drive. But it's not just any old piece of junk, right?
Right.
It holds the keys to 8,000 Bitcoin. We're talking, what, hundreds of millions of dollars today?
Easily, depending on the price, yeah.
And it's just been sitting there since 2013, mixed in with, old TVs, sofas, just trash.
It sounds like something out of a movie.
It really does. It's almost unbelievable. This lost digital fortune, like a treasure chest you can see but absolutely cannot open.
Yeah.
So today, that's what we're diving into. Missing Bitcoins, the greatest treasure hunt of the century. Our mission for you listening is to really explore what happens when these digital assets like Bitcoin just vanish.
Oof.
Exactly. And the sometimes, frankly, desperate lengths people go to try and get them back.
Yeah, the stories are pretty wild.
And what all this tells us maybe about where money is heading.
And it's not just a few isolated cases, that's the thing. No, I mean, the scale is kind of staggering. Some estimates suggest maybe around 20%, one-fifth of all Bitcoin ever mined is just gone.
20%.
Lost forever, yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking millions of coins. Tens of billions of dollars just inaccessible.
Wow.
It's a totally unique problem to digital assets. Nothing quite like it in traditional finance.
20%. That is just mind-boggling. So let's maybe explore that a bit. I mean, these lost fortunes, these treasure hunts they inspire, what does this tell us about, the future of money?
Well, it certainly tells us something fundamental about responsibility and decentralization.
Right. Let's get into that. So for you listening, our mission is clear. Let's unpack these stories, understand the tech, and figure out what it all means.
Sounds good. Where should we start? Maybe with that landfill story.
Yeah, I think that Welsh case is the perfect place to start. It just sums it all up, doesn't it?
It really does.
This guy, James Howells, he accidentally threw out the hard drive, and he's been trying to get it back for years now.
I read he even offered the local council like a huge cut if they just let him excavate.
Yeah, a significant percentage. But they keep saying no environmental concerns, costs, logistics.
That's a massive undertaking, digging up a landfill.
Huge. But the real question underneath it all is why? Why is losing this digital key so permanent? So different from, I don't know, losing your bank card or forgetting an online password.
Ah, okay, so that gets right to the heart of it. It's all about the private keys.
Right.
Think of your private key as like the one and only secret code that proves you own your Bitcoin on the blockchain.
Okay.
It's not stored anywhere centrally. It's not like a password database at a bank where you can just click forgot password and get an email link.
So no central server, no help desk.
Exactly. Your private key is a unique piece of cryptographic data that only you are supposed to possess. If you lose it, if the drive is destroyed, if you forget it, if the file gets corrupted, then the Bitcoin associated with that key is, well, effectively orphaned.
Orphaned. Wow.
Yeah, it's still on the blockchain. Everyone can see it's there, but nobody can ever move it or spend it again because nobody has the key.
So the system is designed so that only the key holder has access.
That's the core idea of self-sovereignty in crypto. You truly own and control your assets. But that comes with, absolute responsibility. Lose the key, lose the coins.
Okay, so it's like having the only key to an invisible, impenetrable safe, and you've just dropped it down a drain.
That's a pretty good analogy, yeah.
Which leads to this idea of self-custody, right? People holding their own keys instead of trusting an exchange or a bank.
Precisely. That's a huge principle for many in the crypto world. Be your own bank.
But it obviously carries this massive risk we're talking about.
Immense responsibility, yeah.
So how are people losing these keys? I mean, beyond throwing out a hard drive worth millions, what are the common ways this happens?
Oh, there are quite a few recurring themes, sadly. Especially in the early days.
Right.
Well, simple tech failures were common. People mined Bitcoin back in 2010, 2011 on just a regular laptop.
When it was worth pennies.
Exactly. Worth next to nothing.
Yeah.
So the laptop dies, or they upgrade and they just toss the old hard drive, not realizing they were throwing away potentially a lottery ticket.
Oh, man. Hindsight, eh?
Totally.
Yeah.
Then there are forgotten passwords for encrypted wallet files. Simple, but devastating. Corrupted data on drives or USB sticks.
And what about now? Are the reasons different today?
We still see those, but yeah, newer threats too. Sophisticated phishing scams, where people are tricked into revealing their seed phrase, those 12 or 24 words that back up your private key.
Ah, the seed phrase, right?
Or even just accidental deletion. People not understanding how critical it is to keep that phrase secure and offline, maybe storing it carelessly on a networked computer that gets hacked.
So it requires real technical understanding and rigorous digital safety habits.
Absolutely critical. Digital hygiene, as they say.
It's just staggering to think about these fortunes just evaporating. So given this huge challenge, this permanence, what are people doing? What are the recovery attempts? Because someone's always going to look for lost treasure.
Oh, absolutely. And that's where the treasure hunt really kicks in.
Yeah.
You have let's call them the physical searchers, like James Howells wanting to literally dig through a landfill.
Which sounds almost impossible.
It's incredibly difficult. Think about the scale, the decomposition, the hazardous materials. He's proposed using AI-powered sorting machines, special scanners, a whole team. But the odds are astronomically low and very expensive.
Right. So that's the physical side. What about digital?
That's the other side. There's a growing field of crypto forensic recovery specialists.
Okay, like digital detectives.
Pretty much. These are companies with serious data recovery skills. They try to piece together data from damaged hard drives, brute force encrypted wallets, if the owner has some idea of the password.
Brute force, like trying millions of passwords.
Kind of, but often more targeted. Maybe the owner remembers parts of the password or common patterns they used. They use powerful computers to try variations. They might try to recover data that's been overwritten. It's highly specialized work.
And do they succeed often? What's the success rate?
Honestly, overall, the success rate for completely lost keys is very, very low. If the key data is truly gone or irretrievably corrupted, there's nothing even they can do. But for things like forgotten passwords, inaccessible wallet files, or partially corrupted drives, they do have successes. And because the sums involved can be so huge, even a low success rate is worth it for them.
They must charge a lot, right?
Typically, yeah. Often they work on contingency. They take a big percentage, maybe 20, 30%, or even more if they recover the funds. Nothing if they don't.
So it shows how difficult and risky it is. Any famous success stories?
There are a few legends. Cases where people had old laptops in storage, the hard drive was just about recoverable, and they got back coins mined years ago. Or that case of the guy who had his password for an encrypted file, couldn't remember it. A specialist firm worked with him, used hints about his life and old password habits, and eventually cracked it. Recovered millions.
Incredible. So it's like digital archaeology combined with psychoanalysis sometimes?
Huh, you could say that. Each case is a totally unique puzzle. But it does offer a sliver of hope sometimes. Shows that human ingenuity can occasionally find a way, even if the system is designed to be unforgiving.
Okay, so let's try and pull this together. We've got this staggering amount of lost Bitcoin out there, potentially 20% billions of dollars worth.
Yeah, an incredible figure.
And we understand now why it's lost, the nature of private keys, self-custody, the lack of any central reset button.
Exactly. No hotline to call.
Right. No, forgot my password for your millions. If you lose the key, the money is effectively gone, locked away forever on the blockchain.
It's a fundamental aspect of how this technology works.
So thinking bigger picture now, what does all this lost value, these digital ghosts, really signify?
Well, I think it's a really powerful, maybe sobering reminder about responsibility in the digital age.
How so?
Self-custody gives you incredible freedom and control over your assets, which is amazing. But the flip side is the buck stops entirely with you. There's no safety net if you mess up.
Yeah.
It forces you to be diligent.
That's a really important point. It's a paradigm shift in managing wealth.
It really is. And, there's another angle, too. All this lost Bitcoin, it actually makes the Bitcoin that's left scarcer.
Right. Like taking coins permanently out of circulation.
Exactly. It's a kind of unintentional decentralized deflation. By reducing the available supply, it could, theoretically, make the remaining coins more valuable over the long term for those who manage to hold on to theirs.
An unusual economic effect.
Definitely. So maybe here's something for you, the listener, to really chew on.
Okay.
Consider the poetic irony of it all. We're talking about potentially tens of billions of dollars of cutting-edge digital value.
Yeah.
Ending up as, literally, landfill trash. Or just floating, inaccessible in cyberspace like forgotten digital memories. What does this phenomenon, arguably the most expensive trash in human history, tell us about how we define value now? And maybe how fragile that value can be in this new digital world we're building?
Wow. That's a deep question. The most expensive trash in history. It really makes you think about the nature of value itself, digital versus physical, and the responsibilities that come with it.
Indeed.
Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of lost Bitcoin. We hope it's given you some insight into digital asset ownership, the unique challenges it presents, and the truly surprising reality of the world's most valuable lost treasure.